Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a long time since I've done any TryHackMe, and so I just wanted to get into it and do a very simple TryHackMe room tonight. And hopefully, me editing as little as possible will help you guys to learn even more from my mistakes. So let's get right into it. So the room we're doing tonight is called Root Me, and if you have any questions about how to set up your virtual machine running Kali Linux, I have another video on that you can look up. I believe it's under live streams. And also, we're doing this the free way, so we're going to connect with OpenVPN to their network. So this is all completely free, and TryHackMe is a great resource if you're interested in cybersecurity or penetration testing. I would definitely recommend checking them out. Also found a free blog that lists a good path to take where all the rooms are free, because they do have some restricted rooms behind a paywall, but there's so much great free resources out there. There is so much you can learn. Some people would argue you should never pay for training until you get to a very, very high level. All right, so the room we're doing tonight is called Root Me. It has apparently 3,679 likes. And like I said, I'm hoping that this is a simple one, because I've never done it before. So I've already gone ahead and started the machine. We have the IP address here of the machine we are trying to break into. And I'm going to mark that complete. I don't think we're connected yet. So if you go over to Access, which you can find under your profile picture, and click on Access, you want to make sure you're on the right VPN server. You download your configuration file, which should be your username.ovpn, and then open your terminal of choice, and you're going to type sudo. You can see mine's autofilled, but sudo openvpn, and then the location of the download, which in my case is home Kali downloads, and the name of the OVPN file. Hit enter your sudo password. I know people say sudo, but I say sudo. Anyways, if you see initialization sequence completed, then you are good to go. You are connected to the TryHackMe network via a virtual private network. And if you see an error here, just Google it. Figure it out. That's part of learning. All right, so task number 2, reconnaissance. First, let's get information about the target. Scan the machine. How many ports are open? Okay, so I'm using terminal, which I got from John Hammond. I think it's his terminal program of choice, but the regular terminal works fine for Kali, so that's fine. So let's see. Let's do an nmap scan. We did copy, so I can paste that IP address. And I forgot all the normal flags that I use. So I'm gonna do a quick Google search on that. Standard flags for initial reconnaissance. What they are, when to use them. Yeah, CBT nuggets. That sounds good. Give me the goods. All right, STSV PNP. So TCP connect services. We definitely want that one. PN disables the ping and only scans the ports. P is all ports, or up to 60,000. T2 tells the command to use polite intrusion detection software evasion to get by unnoticed. And OA specifies all output file types. I definitely want to use SV, but let's see what we got so far. Port 22 and port 80. So that is SSH and HTTP. So I'm guessing they may be serving a web page that is not encrypted with SSL. Otherwise, it'd be 443, which is HTTPS, or TLS is the newer version of SSL. SSH tells us that they have an SSH server on the device. So let's say 2 and see if... Okay, that's right. So we didn't even have to scan. So the I'm pretty sure the basic Nmap scans the top 1,000 most popular ports. So this room is very easy. So they didn't have it they weren't offering services on like some weird random ports that aren't in the top 1000. So we got by with the basic nmap scan. What version of Apache is running? Okay, so for that, we will, I believe, need SV. So let's try that again. What service is running on port 22? So I can answer this one already because I just know from taking the A+ and Network Plus and memorizing my port services. Find directories on the web server using the GoBuster tool. All right, so we're gonna need GoBuster for that. So, okay, so we got the results from our SV, our services scan, is Apache HTTPD 2.4.29. So that is the version, I believe. Okay. So now we're going to do some GoBustering. So let's see. I think I do not have that. Install GoBuster. Password. There we go. So that command I entered was sudo apt install GoBuster. And now let's just type in GoBuster and see what they tell us about how to use it, because I've used it before. I believe it's like a directory enumeration, basically. So uses directory file enumeration mode would be dir. So that's what we're going to want to use. And then flags, delay, output string, pattern string, quiets, threads, verbose. So we could run dir with tac v, and it doesn't really give us, let's see what it, because obviously it needs the, okay, URL and word list. Okay, so what is the flag for URL? It's probably, we just type it in there, which I think I still have the, yep. So we can just put the IP address, and then the word list. I'm gonna Google for that because I don't know. Word list Kali to use for GoBuster. Where is GoBuster word list in Kali Linux? User share word lists. That was easy. So let's go user share word lists and then look for DirBuster. What do we got in here? Apache user enumeration, directories, directory list 1.0. I think in the past I've used 2.3 medium, I think. So let's try that. URL not set. Okay. It doesn't like me. Did I miss something in the directions? Because I did not see what the flag was, but I'm guessing it's U. Okay. Back to Google. GoBuster. Sudo apt install GoBuster. Chown. Go. Install. Okay, but how do you use it though? H. No. Oh, H is for help. Well, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. We could just, okay, that's not a valid point. GoBuster dir flags. Okay. GoBuster dir flags. Wait, so I could have done that in here? GoBuster dir. GoBuster dir. GoBuster dir. Word list not set. Is it like, am I dumb? Maybe? Unknown command. Okay, well, can you just show me an example command? Okay, dir tac u. What if I want to give it an IP address? Do it work? I think it was the order we did it and it was bad. I think because the V was there. Oh, typo. First try. First try. GoBuster. I remember all the options perfectly. To your health. All right, I kind of regret running this in verbose mode, but it's okay. Okay, well that's running. Let's go back to the task at hand. Find directories. Let's look at the hint just for fun. Go GoBuster dir tech u IP address wordless path. So that's cool. But if I'd taken the hint, we wouldn't have gotten to use our Googling skills, which are unfathomable. Okay, so we're going to find a hidden directory, and then we are going to find a form to upload and get a reverse shell and find the flag. So right now we are in the reconnaissance stage, which is basically information gathering. And typically you would want to, let's say if you were penetration testing, or if you were a black hat hacker, either way, you want to leave a small footprint as possible. So you don't want anyone to know that you are gathering information on them, because they might be able to prepare their defenses better. So that's where like the TAC T2 comes in for the Nmap scan, the polite intrusion. It's meant to evade intrusion detection systems, or IDSs. Quick shout out to my boy SM for inspiring me to make this video. We had a conversation today, and he was talking about being interested in getting into cybersecurity, and reminded me of myself about 2 years ago. And that was when I first started doing TryHackMe exercises. And to be honest, at that time I had zero Linux experience, and I did, I started in like the total beginner track, and I did the Linux fundamentals and all the other basic intro courses, and so much of that stuff went right over my head, because it's just so much information all at once, and it's so new to me. After now working in IT related jobs for 2 years, I feel like I have a much better foundation to kind of retain some of this information. And I've been spending a lot of time recently learning Python, which is fun, but long lost love, the original hacking. So getting back into it. I bet there's a fancy way to funnel this output through grep and look for things that are not 404, because I see one fly by every now and then, and I'm wondering if we've already found our answer, but because we're going through this word list, it's going to take a while. So we're just watching all the fails. So basically what this is doing is it has a giant word list of possible directories on this website, and these would be paths on the server, right? So / pictures, for example. So it's trying all of these possible paths, and anything that it finds, it will tell us. And we should have probably done this in the beginning, but let's just go to, yes. So we go to this IP address that they gave us for the machine that we're trying to root, and it's called, it says root me, hashtag can you root me? Can we, oh, we can't print things. Okay, so whatever. While that's going, let's just look at the page source, because why not? This looks pretty standard. It's running some JavaScript stuff. Can you root me? And it's just Spanish for some reason. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really here, but always a good idea to check out the page source. All right, while we're waiting for GoBuster, let's go ahead and look up some reverse shells, because why not? We're waiting anyway. So reverse shell one-liners. Reverse shell cheat sheet by Pen Test Monkey. We got Bash, we got Perl, we got Python, we got Ruby, Netcat, and Java. So that's cool. So depending on whatever form we're able to upload, whether it's a PHP thing, or a thing, whatever kind of thing, we could just put Netcat in there, or we could put Python or Perl. Is there any other enumeration we could do? 2.4.29. We could look up like Apache 2.4.29 vulnerabilities. So there are, this is the highest rated one. Digest authentication challenge. The nonce was not correctly generated. Interesting. Is there any way to speed up GoBuster? T flag set to 20 and pick an appropriate word list. Unable to connect? What? Wait a minute. Ping that address. 1010 250 24. Our machine. Our machine. Did it die? Oh no. Dude, we were waiting for GoBuster so long, we lost the machine. That explains why it stopped working. Well, I said I was going to edit this as little as possible so that you guys could learn from my mistakes. And here's a mistake that I made. The machine was down to 30 minutes by the time I actually started working on the box. The GoBuster list I used, I started with a quite large one that had over 200,000 entries and left it on default speed. So it was taking quite a while. And my machine just so happened to expire while GoBuster was running, which instead of giving me an error, strangely, it just continued to run through the list. I don't know if it was running at the normal speed or slower, but my point is a couple things here. Whenever you're brute forcing, start with the smallest as possible, and then move on to bigger one, right? Second thing is pay attention to your virtual machine timer on TryHackMe, because if it just so happens that it expires, you will be very sad. So we're going to run that command again. We're running it on T20 this time. And let's see if we can get a little bit better results here. And I'm just going to, I was just messing around because I was super bored. So we're going to ping, make sure we are in fact connected. Looks like we may not be still. Let's see. You are connected. The machine is now responding to my pings. It's weird. What am I doing wrong here, guys? Cool. Cool. Okay, now it's responding to pings. It's pretty slow, but let's try that again. Come on, buddy. Buddy. Unable to connect. Connection refused. And yet I can dial it. So let's see if the web page is back up. That's not the web page. Let's go here. Unable to connect. Okay, so that explains why. So the machine is just booting up. It probably needs a second to actually get all its services running. So let's be patient. How about that, huh? Let's be patient. Okay, looks like we're running now. And this is going to take a really long time. But look at that. Took us 5 seconds to find the right answer. Well, I don't know if that's the right answer, but there is an uploads folder. There is a CSS folder. So let's see what's in those, huh? I'm going to go to the IP address, type in path, and go to uploads. Unable to connect. Okay, we still don't have... Who's he, what's it? It was trying to use HTTPS. So that is a default setting. Don't let it mess you up. So path was not found. What am I? Uploads. I'm trying to go to uploads. All right, so we got an index of uploads. Cool. So theoretically, since this is accessible to us, we could possibly upload a file that would give us a shell and then click on it. And the server may, in fact, run that file. So the question is, what kind of find directories? Yeah, we found some directories. What's the hint? The hint is the command. What is the hidden directory? What else we got? Panel. Okay. Let's do a little research. What is a good file to upload to gain a reverse shell on Apache? Uploading a reverse shell to a web server in Kali Linux. What is a web server? What is a reverse shell? Reverse shell is basically we're making them call out to us, which would not be blocked as much as us calling out to them. Obviously, if we try to just randomly call out to them and say, hey, let's connect, they're going to want credentials, they're going to have firewalls blocking that, they're going to have ports closed. If we tell them to call out to us, by default on a lot of firewalls and a lot of security settings, that'll be a green light. So they can call out to us and we can establish a shell, and then we can start executing code on the computer. So they want you to use nmap, download a reverse shell from Pentest Monkey. The file type is PHP. Open the PHP file and change the IP and port number for accessing the machine. Now upload the PHP file on the web server. Select the PHP from the local disk. Upload on the target server. Get connection. Enter the following command to get access to the web server and hit enter. Okay, so they want us to use PHP upload. Successfully uploaded. Don't you have to browse to the file? Well, it doesn't. It kind of skips that step, but I believe that's implied. So Pentest Monkey is legit. Let's get PHP reverse shell. Download. Save file. Downloads. Let's go check that out. Let's extract this bad boy. Yeah, here's fine. Okay, show the files. Show the files. Downloads. What happened? What is happening? What is happening? Okay. Clearly I'm a noob. So we go to downloads, and here's our shell.sh. Nope, that's from a different thing I was doing. Copy out PHP reverse shell. Okay, I should be doing this in the terminal, right? We're trying to learn Linux, trying to learn hacking. So what am I doing clicking on things like I'm a scrub? All right, so let's go to my home and my downloads. And let's use nano. Where are we? CD, home, CD. Kali. What is in here? Home. Downloads, thank you. Oh, nope. Faults. Kali. Downloads. Let's nano the PHP reverse shell. Oh gosh. No, don't save that. There's nothing in here. That is strange. Let's read the readme. How about that, huh? Nope, we're not playing Minecraft. We are doing penetration testing, my man. Did I close all the windows that I had open? Because that would be sad. I'm pretty sad about that. Not gonna lie. Oh, we have to go into the PHP. It is the folder That's why it's marked in blue. Okay, now we can nano our PHP reverse shell and blah, blah, blah. Lots of things to read. And the important part is change this IP address. So this would be, I believe this would be our IP address. Maybe. So let's open up a new, oh, look at that. Our windows are back. I'm so happy. Okay. And we're at 48% on the scan. So let's do ifconfig. Let's make it bigger because I can't read that. Okay, so on our tunnel, we are on 10.2.51.81. Okay, 10.2.51.81. Got it. So we want them to reach out to 10.2.51.81. We don't put their IP address in because they are the ones running the file. So they're going to reach out to us on port 1234. Make sure this is, let's just do port 8090. I don't know. You name a WID bin SHI. Okay, cool. So demonize ourselves. Error warning. I think we're good. I think that's all we need to change. Let's look at the guide again because that was helpful. So we nmap, we get the shell thingy. We change this, we change this. That's it. IP and port number for accessing the machine. Okay. And then we catch it with netcat on our end. That's right. So netcat nvlp 4444. It's for N for denying the use of DNS, hostname, and ports. L attribute for probes to a target. V verbose attribute for using the source port. Okay, so theoretically, we exit, we save, we yes, and then we go to uploads. But how to uploading? But how to uploading? Well, let's see if this is even right, because that would be a good place to start. Okay, so that's not correct. The other one I saw was called panel. That is correct. Panel is correct. Okay, so that tells us that panel is the one we want to be looking at here. 10.10.55.40 Savon. Okay, let's go to panel. Oh, cool. So cool. All right. It's inside of here, and it's this one, and we upload. PHP now permitido. Permitido. Okay, that's not Spanish. That's Portuguese? I have no idea. All right, we cannot upload a PHP file. So, what can we upload? Or so maybe we can use a Python script. Maybe. Reverse shell cheat sheet. I mean, we could definitely try bash. Yeah. I would like to know how to find out what we can upload. So to do that, let's make a bunch of stuff. Oh. So let's do nano test sh test exit yes nano test.py. I'm just using the file extensions for bash script and Python script. So that way we can try both of them, and if one of them works, then we will proceed to actually pull the stuff and do the things. Upload. Okay, they like that. So we can use Python, and we can also use bash, apparently. So assuming Python's installed, that would work. If Python's not installed, then we'll have to use the bash one. So I guess let's try bash, since that seems like definitely they're gonna have bash on there. So I think if we copy this and we go back to our test.sh, I'm using the up arrow to access the most recent command. Let's paste this in here, and let's change the IP address to, I forgot my IP address, 10.2.51.81. Let's go 10.2.51.81, and we'll go to port 4444. That is Control X to exit, yes to modify, and enter. Let's close this down. And now for my final act, let's re-upload test.sh. Upload. Okay. Now, if we go to uploads, we see our test.py, which contains nothing, and our test.sh, which has our reverse shell command. So to catch the shell, we want to activate netcat with options LVNP on port 4444. So we're listening on all ports for a connection. We're listening on all whatevers for a connection. Now, if we click on this bad boy, oh, you've chosen to open. So if we go to test.sh like that, that does not work. I don't want to save it. I want you to run it. How do I make you run it? Find a form to upload and get a reverse shell and find the flag. Okay, so we've gotten as far as uploading a script that we believe will work. How to make a web server run my reverse shell script. Through a file upload. I like this. I mean, if we're looking at these, we might as well look at the hint. Let's, search for file upload bypass and PHP reverse shell. Okay. So it does have to be PHP. That part we have. The thing we need to do is file upload bypass. So they have a filter for PHP file uploads. That much we know. What we need to do is bypass that. Okay, so fine. We'll do that then. All right, so file upload bypass. So we could do like PHP 5, PHP 4. Okay, so let's try those. Let's try those out. File, let's see, ls, cd. Okay, we're already in PHP reverse shell.php. So let's copy PHP and call it PHP reverse shell.php 5. Okay, and then in case that doesn't work, we're also going to do 3 and 4 and .inc. Huh. Developers may blacklist specific file extensions. This can be bypassed using alternate extensions, renaming it file.php.jpg or file.php. Okay, cool. I like these ideas. These are cool. So then if that doesn't work, we will go into MIME types, which is a little bit more complicated, but definitely worth the hype. So let's try this, and let's try this as well. So now we have 3 different file types. They're all the same contents, but the extensions have been changed to try to trick these guys out. All right, so PHP with a 5 on the end, that worked. Awesome. So now we go to our website. I believe this will work. I believe it's this simple, but I could be totally wrong. Okay, so I clicked on that and it said, fail to daemonize. This is quite common, not fatal. Connection refuse 111. Okay, so I see. We had done it on 8090 in the PHP file. So let's try that again. And there we go. We got a shell. So that's pretty cool. Who am I? I am www.data. All right, so we just popped a reverse shell and my light just died. Okay, so we popped a reverse shell by uploading a PHP file. We bypassed file upload by changing the extension to PHP 5. And now we are on the system. Let's see what they want. So user.text is what we're looking for. Okay, so let's ls. Let's see, can we find user.text? That would be nice. No such file. Okay, let's go back out of here. Where am I? Where am I? Ah, there's root there. Let's see if we can go in there. Can't cd to root. Can we ls root? Permission denied. Okay, that's fine. Let's go into user. What's in there? We got some stuff, some local, some share, some source. What other things do we have in here? Bin, boot, cd-rom, dev, etc, home. That's probably where we should be going. Root me and test. So let's use lsla to see what's what here. Let's go into root me. We have a bunch of nothing. Let's go into test. And we have a bunch of nothing. Okay, so I'm sure someone who's familiar with Linux and like really good at it would easily be able to figure this out, but it's going to take me a second of just poking around. So we started in www-data. We were in the root folder. Where would user.text be, and how to find a file on how to find a file on Linux CLI. Use find dash name this file.txt. Okay. Find dash name user.text. Permission denied. Everywhere. It is user.text. Okay, that was unsuccessful. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. I lost my shell. Okay, we got it back. Okay. I mean, we can just let that command run. I don't feel like looking everywhere. So, let's just look everywhere automatically. var www user.text. Okay. Cool. That was easy. All right. So, THM, you got a shell. That is our magical flag. Let's put that in here. Submite. And what was the hint there? Search for a file. Oh, yeah, we already looked at that hint. Okay. Final step. Phase 4. Privilege escalation. Now that we have a shell, let's escalate our privileges to root. Search for files with suid permission. which file is weird? Okay, I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna go straight for the hint. Find user root perm 4000. So this is a modification of the find command, and we're looking in everywhere, and we're looking for a user that's root and permissions that are 4000, which I can't remember exactly what that means, but I know it has to do with who has excuse me, I know it has to do with who has what permissions. So we look everywhere, and what do we see? Bin mount, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's run that again, but let's put it into a file called find.txt. And then let's nano find.txt. What? Okay, well, whatever. It asked which one is weird. I mean, to be honest, they all look weird to me, so that's not very helpful. Search for files with SUID permission. Which file is weird? I don't know. That's a good question. I guess we can have a hint here too. It's a 3 stars directory, 3 stars directory, and then a 6 stars file name. So maybe we can search for that pattern. I guess it would be user lib g password. That okay, that one, user bin password, user bin g password, or user bin password. I don't think any of these others have 6 characters and suspicious names. PKE exec could also be it. So let's try user bin PKE exec g password g pass. What was it? There was password pass WD and g pass WD. That doesn't really make sense, because that is 7 letters. New group. New jerp. No. It doesn't like any of those. Well, there's a lot of weird things in here. Let's run the command again, because I'm not convinced that son of a gun. I'm not convinced that I got everything when I catted the file that I tried to save it to. So let's let it tell us everything. Except we can't read it all. That's so we did get everything, I think. We got a lot of snap core stuff. Okay, one more time. Cat into things.txt. And now we cat things.txt. And we get a lot of answers. I guess user bin Python could be it, because that is 6 characters. Did I already? User bin Python. Oh, that was the correct answer. Cool. Find a form to escalate your privileges. Okay, so we know we have Python, so privilege escalation with Python Linux. Privilege escalation. First link is always the best link. Never click on ads. Sudo L, replace with arbitrary script. Root, no password. Okay, what does it mean? If the Python script is under the current user's home directory, we can remove the script and create the new one with the same name. We can insert arbitrary code in the new script. Module hijacking. Import random. Wow, so many things. So many things. All right, so this room was marked as easy. I'm confident we can finish this, and I hope that we can finish it before 10:30, because I would like to go to sleep. I guess let's see what's in the user bin Python. User bin Python. It's a lot of jiggery jug, which is cool. I think that's just like actually Python. So what happens if we use that? We break shell? I think we break shell. Okay, start again. We get shell back, easy peasy. Let's take a hint. Search for GTFO bins. GTFO bins. A curated list of Unix binaries can be used to bypass level security restrictions and misconfigure systems. Python. The payloads are compatible with Python version 2 and 3. It can be used to break out from restricted environments by spawning an interactive system shell. Okay, so that was what the other website was talking about. It can send back a reverse shell to a listening attacker to open remote network access. SOCAT file TTY raw echo 0 TCP listen 12345 on the attacker box to receive the shell. Export our host attacker file blah blah blah. File download, file read write, sudo. If the binary is allowed to run as super user by sudo, it does not drop the elevated privilege and may be used to access the file system, escalate or maintain privileged access. Well, that's cool. So let's try a sudo python import os system bin sh. Booyah. No TTY present and no ask pass program specified. Okay. No likey. Okay, so what about shell? How is that not the same one? It's because it's not using sudo. Bum 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 ba-da-ba-dum ba-da-ba-dum ba-da-ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-da-ba-dum ba-da-ba-dum ba-da-ba-dum. So we get nothing from that. So GTFO bins. So we're trying to GTFO of the restricted environment. Form to escalate your privilege. GTFO bins. So we know the answer is something to do with these GTFO bins. So but it also probably has to do with that file we found. Right? And that file was called user bin Python. What's weird about that? Oh, because we were searching for suid permission. So that means that Python can be run as super user or su. So let's look at this again. One of them said suid. If the binary has a suid bit set, it does not drop the elevated privilege. It may be abused to access the file system, escalate or maintain privileged access as a suid backdoor. If it is used to run sh-p, omit the -p argument on systems like Debian that allow the sh shell to run with suid privileges. Cool. So we will install something and then do things and get a shell. I like it. I like it. suid vulnerability, baby. Oh, what happened? What did I do? What did I do? Who am I? I'm still me. Who am I? I was bin sh, but .python was not found. So what should I do? Find name root.text. Python not found. Not quite there. What does this do? This example creates a local SUID copy of the binary and runs it to maintain elevated privileges. To interact with an existing SUID binary, skip the first command and run the program using its original path. Oh, so we have to be... I see the problem. We're not in the path. It's just literally not finding Python. So, duh. Use basic understanding of Linux. Go to user bin Python. Go to user bin. Our Python is here somewhere. Now we run magical exploit. And it break. Python is here, and it has super user permissions. We just have to figure out how to use it to escalate our privileges. So we're trying to maintain the permissions that Python has. Let's try both again. No TTY present, and no ask pass program specified. Python not found. But it is here. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Python. Dot / Python C import os.xl bin sh-pc. Let's read this again. Omit the P argument. Interesting. Interesting. But why? It no work. No TTY present and no ask pass program specified. So let's look up this. Not helpful. Let's type this and GTFO bins. So it's trying to ask us for a password because we're trying to run something as sudo. We don't have the password. So how do we do it without needing a password? We need to not do sudo. Let's go back and try this one again. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because we were not in the right folder. No. Well, guys, I'm stumped and I am out of time, unfortunately. So, instead of giving up and just not finishing, I'm going to go help, please, and go for write-ups. And let's see what we got. Root Me CTF by Ready Z. Ready Z. I don't want to watch YouTubes. I want a write-up. That's what I clicked on. SUID, find web shell, and GTFO bins. Okay, so we want the final step. Blah, 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 blah. User bin Python. Okay, search for SUID. We just check GTFO bins on how to exploit the SUID above. Okay, so it is the SUID one. Sudo, blah, blah, blah. Escalate our privileges to root user, type Python C, import OS, blah, blah, blah. I definitely did that. He has the same shell as me. So, what's going on? It just gives me a hanging no good thing. Search for root.txt, type find, type F, name root.txt, retrieve the content. So why isn't that working for me? He only did the second part, right? And he left out the dot /. Okay, so let's try it one more time then. I mean, we were doing the right thing, just maybe not in the right way, I guess you could say. So Control-Shift-V, enter. Syntax error. Aha, ha, ha, ha. Syntax error. Word unexpected. Expecting a parenthesis, but they didn't get a parenthesis. What doth it mean? So he used this one, right? Let's go type Python-C. What did he actually type? Python-C : or apostrophe import OS semicolon os.xl. Oh, okay. So the quotes go before import OS, and after that, double quotes around each of these commands. Yeah. Python. Double quotes, parentheses, everything's in the right place. Syntax error, word unexpected. I don't understand. Who am I? I'm still me. Word unexpected. Expecting a closed parentheses, but they didn't get one. Is it maybe because we're doing it with like the... Oh, jeez. Jeez. I don't know. I really don't know here. This is a little frustrating. Is it because of the spaces? Nope. Not the spaces. Yeah, that's exactly the same command I'm running. Search for the specific binary you found above and study how you can exploit through SUID. User bin Python. Okay, let's go back here. Let's explore. Search. User bin Python. No binary matches. Was that not it? What do you mean, no binary matches? Alright, new walkthrough. Okay, not that one. THM root me. Start an MF scan. Task 4, Privilege Escalation. Get the root flag by simply running Python C print open root. Okay, let's try that. I bet it's not gonna work, but okay, that was lame. So what was the problem with the other one? I don't understand. I mean, that worked. It wasn't ideal. We didn't use the proper... I mean, we did use privilege escalation. So we found... So to explain what we just did, we found that the Python binary in user bin had super user permissions. So we used the Python command, taxi, I believe just gives it a command, and then this is the actual Python command that we ran, which was print open root.text.read. So we just, I mean, we looked at our walkthrough because I didn't have time to figure this out, but the important thing is you understand the concept behind what we did. So now we understand conceptually that if you do not set the correct permissions for your binaries, they could be used against you to escalate privileges. All right, we did it. Congratulations. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see me work through another TryHackMe room, check out this video. If you guys want to leave a comment down below and give me some feedback, I am all ears. See you in the next one. Bye.